Okay, there's a noisy bird, but we're going to do this anyway. This is episode 3 of making my Prius suck less. And today we're going to be putting in some new car seat covers. I've got cloth seats in the car, and while they're okay, I don't really like the look of them. And I think we can upgrade the interior a little bit more if we put in some leather car seat covers. So let's take a look at these and then we'll get to installing them. So before we go any further, I do want to mention that I was sent these car seat covers in exchange for this video. So I will be giving you my unbiased opinion. Oh wow, that's really heavy. But yeah, they sent me these to put in my car, so I thought that was cool. What do we got here first? Do look nice. I got gray to kind of match the interior a little bit better. These go over the entire seat, as you can see. They got these zippers on the back. They got pockets on the back, just like a regular car seat does. There's a spot where the posts for the headrests go. There's some nice lumbar support here. They provide headrest covers. These are probably for the back seat, I would imagine. Lots of good parts here. We'll be getting into that here. Before we get started installing them, we got to make sure the car is thoroughly vacuumed and the seats are thoroughly clean before we put these car seats over them, because those seats aren't going to see the light of day again. So we want to make sure that any crud and cruft is out of the fabric and that they're thoroughly vacuumed. All right, so we're in the car and we've cleaned everything up nicely, and we're going to start installing things here. I wasn't able to find installation instructions specifically for my car, but I think we can figure this out. I mean, obviously, the headrest is the easiest thing to figure out, I would think. Let's see. That's the front. So that's going to go on like that. And it's just going to go on looking like that. Okay. I think this goes on the floor there. This goes over the seat. These are, by the way, they are designed for airbags. So if you have the side airbags in your car, make sure that you're installing the ones on the right side, because if you put them on, like if I put this over here, the airbag comes out over here and it'll keep it from coming out. So make sure you have it installed on the right side. The side that says airbag goes to the outside of the vehicle. So we'll slap this on here. Ah, okay, so these slide underneath there. I see. Ah, good. We got that figured out. Got that sorted. So the most difficult part, I think, is going to be getting these straps through the seat and then secured underneath. Going under the back of the seat and under the front of the seat is not a problem. All right, so I got this seat installed. It took me about 20 minutes to get this one seat installed, so I think you're going to need to give yourself about an hour to get these thoroughly installed. One of the things that I did notice is that you got to be careful under the seat about where you're hooking the straps to. Make sure you're not strapping onto any wires or anything, because you don't want to pull any of the sensors loose for the airbag or things like that. I'll give you a side-by-side view of the driver and passenger seat before and after, and then we'll magically snap our fingers and everything will be installed. All right, now let's get the rest of these car seats installed. Oh wait, I said I was going to snap my fingers. Okay, so I've got the seat covers installed, and these are the gray Napa leather ones. I'm really liking the upgrade here, and I like the way it looks in the back seat. I hope the passengers will like it. And I think overall, this was fun to do, and I'm looking forward to seeing what passengers think about these car seat covers as well. I think it freshens up the interior quite a bit. All right, so we're in the back of the car about 10 days later, and I just wanted to give you my final thoughts on the seat covers from Covers4Car. So overall, I'm very pleased with them. In fact, the first passenger who rode in my car had something greasy and got grease all over the car seats. And if I had still had my cloth car seats, that would have been so hard to clean up. But it was really easy to clean this leather, and that worked out very well for me. So glad that I had the car seats. That being said, there are a couple things that I would like to see done a little bit differently, some improvements that could be made. The first thing is this middle piece right here could be a little bit wider, maybe like 2 inches on each side wider, so that I didn't have to stretch the seat cover over to try and get it to cover the whole middle of the seat. That's kind of a pain. The second thing is the headrests here. I wish that those covers were separate instead of part of the back, and then that this whole back part went over the back of the seat, just like it did the front seat. And then the third thing is the belt buckles for the seat belts do kind of get buried underneath the car seats. I'm kind of trying to dig it out right now here. And that's going to make it a little bit tougher for my passengers to get to that buckle when they're getting in the car, and it might cause a little frustration on their part. But other than that, I'm very pleased with the car seat covers. I'm pleased with the way that the installation process went. Took me a little while to get my head wrapped around it, but I finally did. And I'm also pleased overall with the appearance of my car now. I think it looks a lot better than it did before with the cloth seats. So thanks again to Covers4Car for sending me these to review. And if you want to get some, there's a link in the description that you can check out right now, and you can go get yourself a set of these car seat covers. That's it for now, and I will talk to you later. Bye.